Good morning, and this is a bonus episode. The news is that the podcast has now passed 10,000 downloads. It's incredible. This is a niche podcast, has a retention rate of 67%, which means people listen to 67% of the podcast across all episodes. And these figures apparently put the podcast into the top 25% in the world, according to statistics. We started the podcast to create a space for conversations and discussions about the issues, the campaign, the politics, and the people behind it all. Now thousands of people are taking the time to listen, engage, and share the episodes. You might think of it as 10,000 people sitting in an auditorium, listening to truth being spoken to power. I have to say, a bit of work goes into the behind the scenes, organising guests, recording, editing, promoting episodes to build something consistent that people trust and might actually listen to. And we know that the podcast has built trust and helped validate the campaign, but at the same time raising awareness of the extraordinary and what can only be described as brutal work that's happening every day behind the scenes. The writing, the research, the statements of case, the rebuttals, the endless hours of trying to understand systems and subject areas that most people should never have to become experts in. Save Our Sperrins earth protectors and campaigners have effectively been forced to become polymaths overnight, learning law, planning policy, environmental science, governance, media, finance and politics, simply to defend communities and ecosystems that should have been protected in the first place. Podcasting allows people to speak in full. You get beyond the headlines and social media rows and into the real substance of things. That's especially important for campaigners and movements trying to get a message out in a meaningful way. And off topic, and because it's my podcast and I can say what I want to, a quiet happy birthday to someone special today, the 12th of May. Congratulations on another successful trip around the sun, and you know who you are. So thanks to everybody who listened, shared an episode, came on as a guest, or supported the podcast in any way. It genuinely means a lot. We're only getting started. So if you haven't had a listen yet, you can find the podcast on don'tmindus.com. Please do share, comment, like and review. Just hit the stars at the bottom. Give us a 4 or 5 star. It's really helpful. And we'll see you all soon.